that explain all of that. So I don't want to linger on that. As we're waiting for James, just want to do a little plug here. I've had a lot of good feedback over the weekend on the starter pack. We had a lot of people take the crash course recently, and now more people, since they've taken the crash course, are moving into the starter pack. What the starter pack is it's a combination of the beginner course and the advanced course. So you get both courses that teach our proprietary entry signals, both saving you $250 when you bundle it together. So a lot of people have been taking advantage of this offer to save themselves some money and get everything they need for lifetime access to be an ASFX. So if you're interested, we've got testimonials on the webpage. I've got new video testimonials up on the YouTube channel. Listen to what other traders are saying about ASFX before you join. But if you like what they're saying, if you can relate to what they're saying, then you're going to find success just like they do when they come in and take the courses as well. So I put the link here in the live chat. I'll put the link in the description and you guys can check out the starter pack and save yourself some money as you bundle the whole thing together. Let's get James on here. Let's go like this. Hello, bro.
Yo, morning, brother. How are you?
Oh, you wearing the shirt, bro? That looks so good. How's everything going, bro?
Yeah, no, everything's good my side. How's your morning been?
Good. So I know we wanted to talk about GCAD, but I want to talk about Euro USD with you really quick first. So what are you thinking? First of all, on this Euro USD, do you agree with the way that I have this divergence drawn? I'm using the Asia reaction point. I did not move the line to this 3 a.m. reaction point because you have to read it left to right. So I see the reaction point is set here. That creates the divergence, right? And then I see it breaking that
Yep.
and now using this as support to trade lower off of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I drew mine to, I think I moved my line to the new point because the RSI didn't go lower. If would that make sense? Because
I mean, this is where neither of us know 100% what's right or what's wrong. I think you just have to stay consistent in
yeah,
the way you do it. For me, I
yeah.
like to do it this way. If we were to go like this
Okay, got you.
and adjust it like this, all this does
Yep.
is now give me a reason to not take the trade, even though price action
Yes.
is
Yeah.
moving lower. Price is making lower highs
True.
and lower
Yep.
lows. So why do I need a reason to
I think
not?
it depends. I
Yeah.
think it depends when you saw it. So like maybe you saw it earlier this morning, and I only drew EU's divergence now. So I'll draw to this latest RSI low, which was today, whereas you would have drawn it earlier, correct?
I hear what you're saying, but I still think it makes like my brain says read it left to right. This is where the
Okay,
divergence
left.
was
Okay.
created, created here, and now it's
Today, yep.
broken.
Today, yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Okay, I got you.
I don't think
Okay, I
either
got
way
you.
is wrong. That's kind of my perspective. Is I think
Yes.
it depends
Yeah. It's kind of like each individual to themselves, kind of in a way.
how do you see it? What speaks to you, and then do you do it consistently that way every time? You know what I mean? Will you
Yeah.
adjust it every time?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
okay.
Yep.
Do
Yep.
you
No, that makes sense. If you adjust every time, then you got to do it every time. Be consistent in the way that you read the divergence. I agree with that.
Exactly. Okay. So the
Yep.
only other thing that I guess we can look at on the 1 minute here is that candle just closed on the 15 minute. There is divergence if you go like this. Now, you and I will probably both agree and say that this is a bit of a stretch because you have to go back so far, but that's still
Yep.
divergent there on the 1 minute. And that divergence comes
Correct.
in here in this blue box from yesterday's low support. So it's pretty close to an entry. As you can see, the RSI is pretty close to a shift candle down. So maybe it comes back up, gives a little retest of the zone, and then moves
Test.
lower as the
Yep.
morning goes on.
It's normally what we get on. That's normally what we do see on shift candles as well, like a little bit of a retest, pull back on the 1 minute off the 1 minute 21 or 50, and then you can look to take it short.
Yep. Okay, well, let's keep an eye on this. I know everybody's following in the chat and they're all watching me because this is the pair that I've been saying the most this morning. I didn't like Euro
Yep.
JPY, bro. I don't know if you heard me on the stream.
Ah,
I didn't
that
like it.
divergence was yeah.
Good.
Yeah, no, the divergence also kept me away from Euro JPY. It's been building since yesterday, even 2 days ago.
On Euro JPY?
Yeah, I had divergence building from what dates this is? Yeah, this is the 24th of September. There's been divergence building since then.
Oh,
If
back
you're
here.
looking way back, yeah, if you're looking way
Yeah.
back, I don't trade the last few days, but I knew that. I remember I wanted to trade that last week on Friday. Well, Felipe and the guys wanted to trade it, but I was obviously sick. But I was watching. I was like, and I had a look. I was like, there's quite hectic divergence, that you're trading into.
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. There is definitely
Yeah.
divergence there. I guess my thought was,
But it shows you how long divergence can move. And that's why in your course you say divergence doesn't mean reversal, it means change. You see, it can build for multiple days.
yep, yep. My thought too, this kind of looks like a J1, doesn't it? Because it doesn't give you an
Yeah.
A1 shift
Yes.
candle. It doesn't give you a D1 because there's
Yep.
no divergence, but it does give you the retest
I
on the
actually
one
mocked it
minute right
up.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. So you see it the same way then?
Yep. I mocked it up.
Okay.
Yep. 100%. I see that as the J1 that I'm working on. It's not an A1 and it's not really a D1 because it's just there's no clear D1 entry, but it's as it gets above it into that 15-minute upshift, you can look for 1 minute entries when the L50 is in the correct zone on the 1 minute.
So would you say with this entry, like we'll call it the J1, can you say that
Yep.
you would be able to find those entries without a perfect shift candle, like on Euro JPY? The RSI wasn't perfect, but it does have the 8 and 21 cross. So it is in an upshift. It's just not an A1 upshift with the RSI. But we know if it shifts
Yeah.
up, it should hold the upshift, especially if the
Correct.
market sentiment is in that bias. And then you're trying to catch that rip as it holds the 8 EMA, basically, right?
Yes, 100%. Because once it's in that, I think the big thing that changed for me is trading only when it's in that correct shift, and that's what kind of led to this J1 that we're calling it kind of now. Is that we want to be trading in the correct shift, but when there's no like sometimes sometimes there's no clean A1 as it's taught in the course or
Yeah.
D1 as it's taught in the course, but there's my feel for the market and what I've been working on in backtesting the last like 3 or 4 or 5 months is this and how you can catch these nice little pops. I mean, that you can get like 1.5 R out of that on EJ. I just didn't particularly like it. It
Yeah.
was very, very choppy at the 50 EMA.
Yep.
But you can find risk to reward there and you can get 1.5 R just like I did on EN yesterday. I got about 1.6, 1.5
I
R
love that.
on that little pop yesterday.
Would it be fair to say that we're about to potentially get that entry here? Because this is not a great shift candle. I mean, it's close, but we could probably get the pullback here on the 1 minute to the 50 and then see this thing hit the 50 on the 1 minute and then come lower. This is Euro USD. This could be it, right? We could be having one set up here. Okay. So
100%. And look, if you look, it's actually pinning like that ATMA right now on the 50 minutes, and the 1 minute looks like it wants to give a nice retest. I'm having a look on my screen at the back. You just have to wait. Sometimes it can build for like 10 or 15 minutes or so, and then eventually make that move down. So you just have to be patient with these 1 minute entries. And the 1 minute L50 is just come into the sell zone now. So now is where you'll be looking for now retests with the L50 in the correct zone.
I love that. Do you find that the 8 and 21 EMA are your favorite EMAs now then because of what you just said?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like it tells you the direction of the short term trend for the day. Like, back in the past, like, what I realized a lot was that I'd be when I first started with you, and now it's all made sense since I'm trading the correct shift. Is I'll be losing a lot of D1s, right? Because I'll be trading it before it's come into the correct 50-minute shift that I wanted to trade in, and then I'll be like, but why am I losing? It's because it could be a D2 moving higher to the 200 EMA or full reset to the 800. But now
Exactly.
when you're trading within that correct shift, it's kind of nullifying those fake signals that are like D2s instead of D1s because you're now trading it once it's in the correct shift. So I definitely feel the 8 and 21 are my favorite ones, and it's increased my win rate a hell of a lot on
Hell of a lot
those
more, bro.
setups.
So much
Yeah.
more. So much more. Are you feeling better now that you're
Yep.
back from being sick? How are you feeling like coming
Yep.
back to the market? Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel like you missed out? Like
Very,
what was the mindset? Because some people they come back after a couple of days of no trading and they get like antsy.
yes.
They want to trade. They force trades. Like
Yep.
how have you? Because you had a whole week of no trading, right?
Yeah, and I didn't take one trade. Yep, didn't take one trade last week.
So how was it coming back after that?
Oh, bro, I feel very refreshed, very like relaxed, and happy to be back. But I was very drained last week. I think it's because I've been going at it for like with the coaching now and everything at it for like a good 16, 17 weeks nonstop with no rest.
Yep. So it's almost like your body needed it. Did you feel any like antsiness or aggression when you came back to the desk yesterday? Or did you not trade yesterday? How was the first day back after the break?
To be honest, I felt very calm. Like even today, very calm. I know that I feel like for me, I'm going to take a little bit more trades than most traders within ASFX because I'm more aggressive on my entries. But I just, as long as you're doing, it's the same as like the drawing the divergence. As long as you're being consistent in the way that you trading each and every single day, then yeah. But I just felt very calm coming back to the desk. I don't know. Just it was good to have a break.
I love trading with you, bro, and I love that we talk every day because your aggressiveness has helped me because my tendency lately, in like the last year, has been to be more
Yep.
passive. So you've kept me aggressive and
Yes.
kept me challenging myself, which is why I was curious to know if you felt that you were like, oh, I got to get back on Monday and start trading again. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
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 Okay,
No,
good.
no, 100%. And it's been like, it's the same. That's why, like, I'm so glad that we're friends on and off the desk, is because you keep me very, like, calm and chilled, like,
It's a good
in my
balance.
trading and my approach, and know that you do. Yeah, exactly. You know that the setups are going to be there. You don't have to be watching the markets every single hour of every single day and be like, I've got to get back and trade. You just got to, relax, chill, and the markets aren't going anywhere.
No,
You know what I found is that the markets aren't going anywhere in our lifespan. The markets are always going to be there. In fact, they're only going to ever get bigger and better, because there's just going to be more tradable assets, more tradable markets. Just it's only going to get bigger and better. You just got to be there. You just got to stay in the saddle and be there for the long run.
you're right, bro. So for